Fucking god, fuck you mean? Why did I die? Right?
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated. incoming.
Oh, actually.
There's a key in the nearby church. Route in the location.
Oh snap, what's up, bro? Man, what's good, bro? What's good, bro?
is at ground zero. He located. Gates closed. The village is secure. TF5 reading to the South Bay. Incoming.
A Titan has been summoned.
Don't get in his way. He isn't human.
push.
Titan down. All remaining enemy targets have been neutralized.
He's at the drop zone. Deploying weapon port now.
Targeting demonic threat.
Reroute all units to the energy relay.
Anyway, episode 17 starts off with them just deciding who's going to fight who. And, of course, Goku volunteers, and he's about to fight Majin Buu. Even though Majin Buu wanted to get up in there, but, you know, he wanted to fight Majin Buu. But, of course, he was going to fight Majin Buu, because Majin Buu was much more powerful, because he was the one that actually defeated the first Tamagami. And, it kind of sucks that, like, we didn't really get the full fight between Goku and Majin Buu, because that fight would have felt like Z, especially during the time where he fought Majin Buu, especially with the whole him going Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, or even when, you know, he fought Kid Buu, because when he fought Kid Buu, he didn't just go all out either. He also you know, was just trying him out and everything. So it does suck we didn't get that fight, because it would have reminded me of like the Majin Saga. The Majin Saga is my favorite saga. That's probably why I like these characters so much and everything. Especially why I drew that Majin Buu versus Tamagami 1 picture and everything. But anyway, we got that quick little fight, and of course it got interrupted by the big baddie. You know, the big boss fight, the final boss of Daima, Goma. You know, the little shrimp that be complaining. We getting Degasu and getting armies to fight for him and stuff. Yeah, he finally pulled up, but he pulled up with the Oculus, you know, the Turton Oculus, basically. And yeah, that eye done gave him all the power he needed to take on basically anyone. This dude could literally solo, I think, all of C, to be honest. Only person they probably can't mess with is probably Beerus, but anything below Beerus, he's definitely seeing, because he is just that powerful. Anyway, so he pulls up with that eye, and of course Vegeta gets his first lick, because it was technically his turn. Goku fought Majin Buu, and now it's his turn to fight. And let me tell you how Goku saw Vegeta fight Goma, and he said, "Yo, everybody, we need to go." And I do like how Bulma mentions not every time Goku gets like that, but that's just how strong Goma was. Right, episode 18 of Dragon Ball Daima, and no lie, the beginning was fire. It's a little bit of a personal reason for me, but yeah, when it comes to all the transformations that I seen Goku do, it's something about Super Saiyan 3 that just stood out the most. Maybe because the whole long hair, maybe because of the whole stance that he have and everything, but Super Saiyan 3 always been my favorite transformation. I think I actually literally, I hope I can find it, but I have a really old picture of me drawing a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And that's how much I like it, because it's just a lot, you know? And I even have long hair myself, so it's like, you know, when it comes to Super Saiyan 3, any scenes that involve Super Saiyan 3, especially new scenes, I automatically join it. Enjoy it. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've reviewed, so bear with me. Episode 18. Hey, episode 18 was literally like an all-out brawl between Goma and the Z Fighters and the Diamond Warriors. You feel me? Like, everybody started teaming up together and to get little hits and little licks in on freaking Goma and all that. So I really did like episode 18, because it kind of reminded me of the Broly movie. You ever seen the Legendary Super Saiyan? It's just like that, just without, you know, a powerful attack to just end the whole fight or to end the show. No, it's almost like the Broly movie if they just could not win and everybody got involved, which I really like, because you get a chance to, you know, see all the characters throughout all the 18 episodes. Not all of them, but, you know, you see all the main ones just trying to work together. And I'm going to hold the Tertian Oculus. It might be one of the strongest items that I have ever seen in Dragon Ball. Maybe not as powerful as the Dragon Balls, because they're always going to be like the ultimate powerful item that they can use. But for like a little device that just just recently got some love. Like, bro, there's not really a lot of devices that go hard like that. Like, could you imagine if Broly had the 13 Oculus? Could you imagine if freaking Majin Buu had that with him, or he found it or whatever? You can imagine if Deborah, if Deborah's dad actually, didn't lose anything. You can imagine if he gave that to Deborah, bro. Everything would have been different with that item. I'm happy it got lost in translation, because this episode just showed, like, yo, this item, it don't matter who you are, you can definitely get some good hits in. You can make somebody struggle, but this item will regenerate, recover, and just overpower almost any threat, any foe. And yeah, that item need to go. That item need to get destroyed, to be honest. I really do hope they destroy it. So yeah, episode 18, Giant Brawl. And I do like the part where all the Glorio scenes actually, come together. Because for the longest, I was just wondering what they're going to do with Glorio. They hinted at the whole him being basically having some other plan, and even Supreme Kai was a little fishy with him, but he never really kind of like went off track. Like, he never really did something that was super traitorous. Like, if anything, he helped them out. So finally we get to really see Glorio with Arnisu, and Arnisu just wanted Glorio to get a Dragon Ball so she can just be the most powerful being in the world. I think if she got that wish, even if she got that wish, I think that the Turtonoculus would have wiped the floor with her, to be honest. Just, I don't think she would have been able to beat the Goma, but other than that, Glorio had a decision to make, go with Arnisu, the one that basically put him on the mission, the one that started this whole, let me go to the Earth and go pick up Goku and the gang, and let me go get these Dragon Balls and stuff, or, decide with Goku and the gang, who we honestly spent a lot of time with and came attached with. So you already know what he was going to pick, but still, like, it was pretty cool to see him, like, hesitant, but for real, after, like, the 15th episode, we already know, like, I doubt he'll betray Goku, because Goku really came through for him, man. And he came through for all of them, right back, which I really like about episode 18. He said, yo, I had my moments where I was iffy, but I'm part of the gang. He gang. So, episode 18 was another amazing one in my book. Hey, episode 19 of Dragon Ball Daima. One more episode left, but we not there yet. We at 19. Episode 19 begins with them getting their bodies back, and them basically being about as grateful as they possibly can, because without Glorio telling the dragon to make that type of wish, man, we probably would have got another we had to have another, or we would have got another series about them trying to find a way to get their bodies back. Because if Arnisu actually got her wish and actually became whatever, like, get the magic power, then they would have had like another bad guy to fight, to be honest. But Glorio came in clutch, and I'm actually really happy for Glorio for choosing that. Heck, I think we all are. I do like how Arnisu was kind of upset, and she even brought up the past and stuff, because that's just how they be when you don't do stuff. When you don't do something what other girl wants you to do, they'll never forget that. So, and we got to see the confliction of Glorio and how, like, that decision just wasn't easy, because he really did betray her. But to be honest, he did the right thing, to be honest. Shoot, after that we got Vegeta out here, getting back into it, fighting him straight in base form and all that stuff, which was pretty amazing. To be honest, this is the first time we actually see Vegeta actually go Super Saiyan 3. No lie, the only time you've seen Vegeta ever use Super Saiyan 3 was in Raging Blast 1? Yeah, in Raging Blast 1. And that's the only time you actually see Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3. And that was years ago. That was back when the PS3 was around. So we're talking about the early 2000s and stuff. So that's the only time well, we still tackling the early 2000s, but you know, I'm talking about like 2000, like 7, 8, 9 and stuff. Like that's the only time I remember seeing Vegeta be in Super Saiyan 3. You know, but yeah, we got a chance to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in action, and yeah, I'm happy for his look too, because I heard that his look was the original look that Toriyama had, because he actually did like drew out of different versions of Super Saiyan 3, and one of the versions was the one we got in Diamond. And I guess someone actually found that draft and they just put it into the show, so W for that. But to be honest, this is actually Toriyama's design for Super Saiyan 3, and I'm happy to give it to Vegeta, because Vegeta would definitely love to have something that's different from Goku. You know, you don't want to have the same thing Goku get. That's why whenever he unlocked Super Saiyan 4, you know, he wanted his Super Saiyan 4 to be different from Kakarot's, you feel me? And this episode was a great showcase of Vegeta, you know, going in. But, to be honest, of the item that he's facing, because that item, the Turton Oculus, is just so powerful. It's so powerful, hell, Arnisu, like, yo, there had to have been a way for, the Bora's dad to just take it, like put it on off. So I'm happy she decided to go get Majin Ku to get a book that actually had all the answers and stuff. And I'm so happy she ended up sharing it too. I also like that scene where Gloria came down to actually greet you know, his gang, and they was all happy that you know, Goku and Vegeta got his body back and everything. And he was looking like he betrayed them, but it's like, it's the opposite, Gloria. Like, you saved the whole series. You saved their life. You know? Saved their life, because they was all down. They even had, you know, everything was ripped. Stamina was done, clothes was ripped. He made that wish, now they all, you know, rejuvenated. So he really saved them. And then, you know, honestly, we got one of the most funniest scenes, because after Arnisu actually told him about the weakness of the Turtonoculus and how you just gotta hit Goma on the back of the head 3 times and the eye will come out, we got a scene where they needed Vegeta to actually step down from being Vegeta, and Vegeta wasn't having that, because, you know, this dude finally getting a chance to just show off and fight, you feel me? He was trying to just steal the show, but you know, they wanted him to step down because they had another idea. I mean, he wasn't there when Arnisu told him, you know, the weakness. And Bulma done just reveals Vegeta's secrets with that joke. That joke was so funny. Like, that joke had me laughing, because it's like, you wouldn't think the Prince of Warriors went like a bubble bath, but he does. And Bulma basically put that out there, and that joke was hilarious. And he stopped fighting real quick. So that's what happens when you be on Earth. Like, Earth got its own ways of, you know, reaching inside of you and just touching you in ways that you ain't, you know, never expected, no matter where you're from. Man, Vegeta's more of an Earthling than Vegeta, just as much as an Earthling that he is a Saiyan, because he's been on Earth for so long. So, hey, W Earth. Anyway, so Vegeta finally stepped down, Goku stepped up, and boy, Goku gave Goma the Majin Buu treatment. This is Super Saiyan 1. This is Super Saiyan 2. This is Super Saiyan 3. And by the way, the animation of him going from 1, 2, and 3 was like, oh man, who they got on the pencil, yo? One day I'm gonna draw like that one day. Anyway, but then we got that transformation for basically Super Saiyan 4. It is a little bit better to call it Super Saiyan Diamond, because this is really unique to the show, you know? Now, it's supposed to be like, you know, like a different version of Super Saiyan 4, but Super Saiyan 4 is kind of like unique to GT, and this is not necessarily like Super Saiyan 4, it's just the next transformation. So it's like, you know, it's supposed to be Super Saiyan 4, but since we already have a Super Saiyan 4, it's kind of hard to name it, you know, because it doesn't just, like, because they could have just had Goku look just like Super Saiyan 4 from GT. It would have been amazing. But now they gave him a different type of look, and this look is like a different transformation, to be honest. It looked like it's like a form surpassed Super Saiyan 4. I'm gonna call it Super Saiyan Diamond just for the sake of things. So yeah, we got Super Saiyan Diamond. It looks amazing, and we're about to get to the last episode, so Episode 19 felt like a Dragon Ball movie. Also, they could have actually, I feel like they could actually take all the Diamond episodes and turn it into a movie. And I think it would also hit just as hard as the show. But I do like that it is episodic because it gives you more time to explain this, explain that. But if they really wanted to, they could super cut it into a movie. But yeah, pretty amazing. All right, this is it. The last episode of Dragon Ball Diamond, episode 20. And I'm kind of sad for many reasons. One, kind of wish I did this back when it actually ended, which was like a couple months ago. And two, I'm not too sure when we're going to get something else Dragon Ball related. Sure, Super could come back, you know, and do the Moral arc and the Granola arc, which would be fire. But I already know what happens with those two arcs. You know, this series, Daimona, like for the first time, like it was things. It was going to be a story that ain't nobody knew what was going to happen in it. You know, a fresh story that just took the characters and just, you know, put them in a situation that would be very interesting. Especially, that's basically how Dragon Ball started, you know, the original Dragon Ball, you know. And I feel like from the location, from the story, and all the events that transpired, I really did feel like they picked one of the best, like, locations to have a Dragon Ball story at. Like, they picked a Demon World, a place that's only even mentioned a few times in the story. So, I'm just happy this exists, and to be honest, there's no manga version of it. You know, it's just a show, and I'm not too sure when's the next time we'll get like a special surprise, you know, story like this. But if we do get something like amazing in the future, you know, of course I'll look forward to it. But whatever they make, the bar is set pretty high. I'm gonna set the bar pretty high for standalone stories. And I had a great time watching this. But episode 20, a giant fight with an amazing ending. Ending had me kind of emotional because it's like, that's the last time I'm going to see them in that art style for a little bit, you feel me? Until, you know, maybe they come out with a new movie or whatever. But episode 20 was just the best episode Diamond ever produced, you know? Like, it was the best episode I've seen because it had the action, and they all wrapped up like a cute little bow, like a little bow. And you saw everybody that was in the show showed up in episode 20. It was some amazing stuff. And I love the fight scene between Goku and Goma. I feel like Goku basically won that fight, and his Kamehameha literally pierced through Goma and into the second and the third demon realm. Like, it basically went through all three realms. Like, how much of a of a main character can you be to be literally putting holes through demon realms and stuff? So that was an amazing Kamehameha, probably one of the best I've ever seen and stuff. So I don't know, like, what do y'all want me to say? Like, the episode was amazing. Everything was great. You know, it was just it was so good. Anyway. But I think probably my favorite part probably was the ending. You know, when they actually went back to that shop, which was a very pivotal location they visit that had the bugs and stuff like that. And the fact that the lady had two third evil eyes, oh man, if I was Gloria, I'd have destroyed it. Because Gloria the one that's going to be living in the demon world. If I was him, I would destroy it like he destroyed the other one. And then, you know, got Bulma to pay off the shopkeeper and be like, yo, just take what you need because they need to go. So, 10 out of 10 episode. But I have to get this out the way first. I've seen 8 episodes in a row from 14 to 20. And man, 14 to 20. And man, the ending and everything I saw, it really was nice. It was amazing. I see why they say it was peak I ain't gonna hold. I went to work and someone was basically saying like, "Yo, Dragon Ball Diamond at peak." You know, I wasn't really trying to talk to him because it's like I really wanted to catch it myself though, but he was right. And John really is. Like, what really could I say? Like, it's good. Like, you know, it's so good. But the thing is that I took from all this is that Dragon Ball Daima, it looked great. It honestly had a really good story, to be honest. And it did a lot of stuff good. But I honestly, truly think Dragon Ball Daima, the people who made it, they did it not really for us. Well, of course they did it. Of course we was involved, but the main priority wasn't for us. It was honestly for Toriyama, because like everything just screams, "Thank you, Toriyama." You know, from the Goku's new form, from the story itself, from the characters and how unserious they are half the time, to the serious moments when we really get some, like, few times we get some serious moments, you know, to the fact that they honestly brought up Dabura a bunch of times, you know, like they made sure Dabura wasn't forgotten with this show. Hey, they had a statue of him, and they honestly gave him lore too. So it's like, you know, from everything that Toriyama put down on paper, they literally paid a tribute to it. So that's why I believe like this was a thank you Toriyama series. And to be honest, thank you Toriyama. You know, if it wasn't for you and the stuff you did with your pencil and paper, I wouldn't even got this far when it comes to just creation and drawing and, you know, just being myself. He really was the GOAT, and they made a whole series dedicated to him. And to be honest, us getting a chance to see it, that was just a bonus. But just know, Dragon Ball Daima was literally a heartfelt goodbye to Toriyama. With that out the way, it really was an amazing send-off for Toriyama. It really did feel like he was also like behind this, you know, even as it ended, he was still, you know, with us, pushing this thing along. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. So yeah, basically, long story short, I got caught up. I took 1 week off, then I took another one, then I took another one, and then honestly, I just wasn't really worried about videos, you know. And then while I was taking a break off, Dino was going in, and you know, I just made sure I didn't check anything out because I wasn't really reviewing it and all that stuff. And then, you know, I looked up, and now Dino was basically ending, and I'm over here like, dang, I can't believe I missed 8 episodes, you know. And I kind of, you know, kicking myself in the butt for that. Yeah, kind of kicking myself in the butt for that and everything. So I'm gonna make sure this video, you know, was one to behold. That's the best I can do. But Ooh, you hear that? It's time for Dragon Ball the Breakers. It's time to. Convention soon, song, you know? But And what a great time. Look, I have a lot of work to do. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like I said, it was very fantastic. It was very fun. Gave me a little bit of One Piece vibes.
Vent facilities are under lockdown.
G. Marking on the player's map.
Operations are currently suspended.